Try to spend 20 years down here.
20 years.
John Voight.
Yeah, John
Out of
Voight.
nowhere.
John Voight.
Out of nowhere.
But John Voight, Vince Vaughn, and I think Judah Friedlander.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's the other brother.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you just never see Judah Friedlander without that hair.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Oh, because, yeah, he had the hair and the ball cap. That's how
Right.
you knew him from 30 Rock.
Yeah.
That was his brand.
His signature look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's like, no.
Zoolander.
Also, I don't think he had any lines. He was just there. Just Judah Friedlander there.
Water
as the other brother.
is the essence of wetness. And
My
wetness
son rolling around like a mermaid.
is the essence of beauty. Hi, and welcome to the Derek Zoolander School for Kids Who Can't Read Good and want to do other things good too.
Yes. Did you watch?
Is this some kind of joke?
Did you watch the second one?
Yeah, I liked it.
It was a failure, but it was so funny.
But yeah,
right?
but I'll
because
take
they actually they addressed the school, like they made it, and then it was built with like.
Did it burn down?
No, it fell apart.
Oh yeah, so
because it was made of things that are like water soluble.
Right.
Like the model.
This is.
They made it out of the model. Same thing.
I liked him getting out of prison. I liked all that.
Oh man. I'm gonna watch that again soon.
I say Mugatu sometimes when we have to do something. Mugatu.
We got to.
Mugatu.
All right. Are we live? I'm gonna send this to my mom.
I mean, we are live. We're about to be mid-podcast.
Mid-podcast. Oh, there it is. Cool. Mugatu.
Hashtag 2. I gotta hit that more.
Share it. How do I share it?
Just the link.
I know, but like, you
just
know, when
send
you're
her youtube.com/that's just Nelson. It'll be there.
I told her just to look it up, but you know,
I'm just saying, if you
know how
send her,
moms are.
But if you send her that link, it will take her to the YouTube page.
I'm trying to find the link.
I'm saying just text her the words youtube.com/that's just Nelson.
Oh my god.
I didn't do all this fucking work to brand myself this way to be
No,
easy
I
and
get
convenient
it.
for
okay?
us not to use it.
Okay.
For
There's the share button for crying out loud.
For cry eye?
Link. Mother of.
For cry eye doesn't
Pearl.
mean anything to you.
For crya? No, it doesn't mean
No,
anything.
so all right, I want to talk about. I didn't mean to talk about this, but that's really good.
For crya? Crya.
Shit.
I just
What did she say? Yeah. Fuck.
I just tried to type my mom's name in, and obviously I have her saved as mom, so Debbie doesn't work.
Right.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
No, I'm not.
I got what I want to say about.
Most frustrating thing
Episode 31.
I'm gonna send it to my uncle too.
Oh, great. Good. Do it.
Yeah, well, they're in the same room. I just want to make sure that they're both.
Send it to everybody. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm ready.
Okay, fine.
This used to be a radio show. Hashtag TU2BARS. Your tubers. That's just Nelson. Episode 31. I didn't mess that up. I'm gonna redo it.
Start it again.
It
No,
doesn't
it's fine.
matter.
Do it again.
This used to be a radio show. Presents. That's just Nelson. Episode 31. I just love doing that. I don't care.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to start.
And now, it's Nelson time. It's Nelson time.
Most of the ladies, though.
It's Nelson. It's Nelson time. Oh, if you want to know what's going on, it's Nelson time, yeah. It's Nelson. It's Nelson time. Oh, yeah.
That's just Nelson.
Yes, it is. Joined by my best friend, roommate, longtime confidant, and companion.
So it's not just Nelson.
But the show's got to have a name.
Yeah, show's name.
Show's got to have a damn name.
Yeah.
They don't call it the Howard Stern Show with Robin and Baba Booey and I can't remember the Canadian kid's name that I really like.
Yep.
Son
No,
of
but
a-
you named the main people, so you're good.
Yeah, but they don't. Their name's not in the lights. Your name could be in lights. There's no lights.
I don't have lights.
I don't have any lights either. I feel like you think I'm being extra aggressive to you because you critiqued me yesterday in the show,
I just offered some constructive criticism.
and I accepted it. Did I like it in the moment? No, I don't
No,
like
of
being
course
told.
not. Nobody
Listen,
likes that.
I don't like when I find out that shit's going wrong.
I don't think it was wrong.
I mean, it is.
There's just like a better way to do things.
Well, so you would say it's not right?
It's not wrong, but there's a better way to do it. Is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You can do it however you want to for as long as you want to, but you might need to change it up. I think it's how I said it.
Yeah, and I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna change it up.
Oh no.
We're gonna change it up because I feel like the live broadcast of the show is not an entertaining thing that the people on the live broadcasts are really like checking in for.
Why do you feel that?
Well, viewership for one. When I look at the viewer, let's be honest. I'll be
It wasn't
honest.
anything I
don't
said,
care.
right?
I'll
No.
be honest.
Yeah, it wasn't
I'll
anything I
peel the
said.
curtains all the way back.
Hey man.
We're getting honest over here, man. Okay, I've been doing that freaking
I
impersonation
love
everywhere.
Jeff Bridges of Madison County.
I just can't understand why you got all these damn bridges, man. You don't even have that many rivers.
Somebody said to me, like, Clint Eastwood came all the way to Iowa to watch Jeff Bridges be pissed about bridges. I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
I just, right.
Like, Clint Eastwood just standing in the background, like, no, man. What are you doing? You're ruining my movie.
I love it. It's the Jeff Bridges of Madison County. Because all I can do, if you're just finding this podcast, you haven't heard any of the other ones,
What is this podcast?
it's a mishmash. You know what? I'm glad you asked that because I had to try and explain that to a famous person.
People ask that all the time in the comments. So I'm just being the comments guy.
Yeah.
What is this podcast?
And I'm glad you're helping out there. So I had an interaction with someone I'm very hopeful to get on the podcast,
Oh, cool.
but also there it
Scared?
was. There it was. I heard it.
What?
I heard it.
What did you hear?
So, side note, let me write down a note because I want to make sure that when I get back to this Instagram thing, this Instagram exchange. But
I didn't hear anything.
yeah, I did though.
So was it me? Like my voice?
It's me.
Okay.
That's just Nelson, dude.
Oh, you went up.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Just
you
give
went
it a
up.
second.
You went up.
So Cam and I have had this discussion back and forth because as I've started dating my new girlfriend, Rex, that's what we're calling her. We'll get into why
I'm
eventually.
so glad that's her name.
Yeah, we're calling.
That's so fun.
Yeah, Rex, she's a good one.
She's a badass.
Yeah, she's
I
a
like her a
badass.
lot. Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about Rex a little bit later too, because oh my God, it's bad. It's bad. But the two of them have been picking apart like catchphrases that I have. In broadcast, we would call it you would call it crutches.
Crutches.
Call it
yeah,
a crutch. But it's
yeah.
like a catchphrase is what you would probably
This guy
think it is.
cannot stand without his crutches.
And I have some. But like I've infected Rex. So Rex caught herself saying, here's the deal. And I realize I said it all the time, right? Well, I would say that is people are more likely to do an accurate impersonation of me if you would just hit my phrases. Because I know I have things I say all the time, right? I hear about it. I listen. I hear sometimes the things that come out of my mouth,
Do you listen?
but I don't. But I hear, or vice versa. You know what I mean? I can hear that there is noise. I just don't listen to it. But I think when I've heard people try and do my voice, specifically the voice itself, what they miss is I do have a gravelly voice. I don't have a deep voice. It's just in the back of my nose.
Mhm.
So I have a very nasally voice. It's more prevalent when I sing. But Cam has said the other thing that I know that people can do if they want to do my impersonation is I don't know how to recreate it, but I know when I hear other people do it, I have a certain cadence
Yes.
to the way that I talk.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm doing like
Your iambic pentameter.
yeah, whatever, right? So
Right, yeah.
I know if you hit that, you can do a more accurate Nelson impersonation. And Cam at one point says, "Oh yeah, and you."
You go up at the end of certain things.
We might have talked about it on the podcast once because I said
You ask questions almost,
because
but it's not a question.
I think Spicoli, the guy who's a morning show guy here
Right.
in town in Omaha, I think he does that. I've
I
always
guarantee
confused
you
him
learned
with
it from him, just in impersonating him, that you learned it on accident.
that.
You know what I mean?
I didn't even realize it, but as I was setting up I want to tell you about this Instagram exchange that I had. I
can't wait.
heard my voice go up at the end. But it wasn't a question, it was a statement.
Yeah. Most of your questions are statements.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, yeah.
try it in your own personal life if you've never done this. Try and say a sentence that has nothing to do with questions at all, right? So don't be like when you're like writing an email and I'm just checking back in to see if you were interested in this, right? Like, because that's a statement, but that's still question adjacent.
It is
Just take-
question-y. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So just take something that could not be a question, okay? Like
I farted.
I farted.
I farted?
If you go up at the
Like,
end of it,
Do you not know?
right. We are going to the grocery store. Are we?
Are we?
Is it? If you ordered the
I thought-
Uber,
I thought
where
we
the
were.
where are we?
Yeah.
So yeah, try that in your everyday life. It's
Can I
fine.
have that?
I don't. Well, that was an
Can
actual
you?
question.
No, that was me saying it, like a normal person.
I can have that.
That's I
still a
can have
question.
that. Now you're Yoda eating.
Can did I have
Yoda eating?
Yodi?
Yoding. I can have that.
I can have that.
Things are great.
Are they?
Ooh.
Are they great?
Mm.
Don't.
Mm.
That's a good Yoda.
That's I have the Yoda growl. That's all I got.
That's all right. All I
Like-
can do is Jeff Bridges yelling.
Oh, let's have a fight. Jeff Bridges versus Yoda.
It's like, are you gonna say anything, man?
I don't know.
I don't understand you. We're stuck on this swamp everywhere, man, and I'm not happy.
Backwards talk, I do.
I thought you couldn't say anything. Now you can say something.
Well, I'm trying. I'm channeling Frank Oz.
Oh, I
okay?
thought you were just going to do the grunts.
I thought so too, but then I was like, I'm gonna go for it.
And you know what?
I'm gonna go for it.
And you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's on me. That's on me. I forgot the first rule of
Yes,
improv.
and yes, and
Yes, and. Dick
yes,
move.
and. Did you go up at the end? I think you did.
Better than going down. Hey-oh.
Mark it.
Mark it. Mark it, man. Put a mark on that one, man. It's a good one. You want to clip it. This show is already off the rails. Already off the rails. My goal with this show.
My favorite thing to do your show is just ruin it.
I have.
So-
How could you ruin it? It's my show. I've already ran it into the ground. It's already a disaster. So I have two goals. I have two goals with this podcast. Okay. And you would think it would be to be gainfully employed and just do this as a job. That's not. I have two goals. I want to become just famous enough that the people that I follow on social media know who I am. Okay. I just want to be a friend of a famous person. I want to be just famous enough to be like Turtle from Entourage.
Nice.
You know what I mean? I've always known that I was meant to be Turtle. Okay. And I want to make $6,000 so I can have Turkish hair surgery.
Oh,
Now
You need
TikTok
that?
is feet. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. I'm so balding.
just on the backside.
No, my God. Look in the camera in front of you. It's all the way to the front.
Oh,
But
wow.
it doesn't
That's
look
horrible.
it when you look at it as in with your human eyes
Right.
on my skull.
Anybody below 6 feet doesn't think you're balding,
Well, just
right?
you could see. Look how you can in the camera. You could see the top of my head through my hair. The first time before I shaved my head,
You're talking to me
Yeah,
also.
I
so,
understand.
I get it.
I get it, dude. I
Okay.
get it. But you remember when you started going bald, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and
Day one
balding,
of being 30.
balding is worse than bald.
It's January 11th.
Because at bald, it's over. January 11th. Jesus
The
Christ.
day after I turned 30. I was like, oh my God.
That tracks. I was like, why is January 11th? How is that stuck in your brain?
I know the exact day. Like, oh no, I can see my scalp
So
through my hair.
$6,000. Okay, I need to make that so I can.
That's all you need?
I can fly to Turkey and then I can get the.
But
Turkish
how much
hair
does it
surgery.
cost to go to Turkey?
No, it's $6,000 to fly to Turkey.
Oh, the whole
get
thing.
the surgery and fly to
I
America.
thought you were saying the $6,000.
$6,000 all in. TikTok has started sending me ads for it.
Oh, nice.
I've never seen an ad for this ever. And now I talked about it on the podcast in the very beginning as a joke. And now it is feeding me. And I want
All
it
day.
so bad. I want it so bad. But my first point about wanting to do this podcast and become famous enough that other people that are like not even like actors, just like famous people on the internet that I like to follow. I want them to know who I am.
Like Turtle. Yeah.
Like right, just like Turtle. I
Nobody knows that
want to
guy's
get
name.
just high enough that I could be someone famous' best friend. I think I've always meant to be that.
Yeah.
There's two creators in Omaha that are of fairly large size. Now one is like way bigger than the other. So obviously Elise Myers is the biggest like social media star in Nebraska right now.
Really?
Oh my God, how many millions of followers? does she
Who
have?
is that?
She was a girl.
I don't know.
She was a woman, not a girl. She's a woman who went viral on TikTok for a story about her and some guy she went on a date with. They ordered 100 tacos. He went to Taco Bell, ordered 100 tacos.
I didn't hear about that. Yeah.
Okay, so then at that point, she's become friends with who's the blonde from NSYNC?
Lance Bass.
Lance Bass. She's become friends with Lance Bass. She went on Seacrest show. Like she's a big deal. So big that like people started like giving her too much crap on the internet. She had to back off of the internet because she's sensitive, but she's very funny, right? Now, a woman that is probably a 10th of the size of that in terms of following, but I have found her a long time ago, is this woman. She goes by North Omaha Cat Lady. Okay. And so she's in North Omaha. And when I found her, I'm not going to play any of her audio, and I'll explain that in a minute. But you can find her, North Omaha Cat Lady. I don't feel wrong in telling you can go search her out because I don't know if she's ever going to come on.
Search it up.
But one of the bits that I found her originally was she would just watch people making food and then like critique it. Like there was a big wave during the pandemic
Yeah.
on TikTok for that.
Yeah.
Like Chef Reactions is
It ain't
another big
easy
guy.
if it don't go down cheesy or whatever.
Right. Oh yeah.
That
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I love double chocolate or
I
whatever.
do like everybody's so creative.
Everybody's so creative.
Well,
Yeah.
this was another woman that did stuff like that. And then also she's very much a political activist and a member of the LGBTQ community and so always working towards civil rights and whatever. And her catchphrase is "Get my fat bitch on."
Get my fat bitch on.
And I love her so much.
It's a great catchphrase.
Right? So I'm like, all right, Cam, you're the one who got me to slide into Soup Coola's DMs.
Hell
That's
yeah,
the-
Soup Coola.
Yeah, that's the guy that brought us.
It's Hoochie Daddy season.
Oh.
I'm breathing the wheezing. You know these shorts don't need to touch my knees, man.
He even gave it.
It's
No,
Hoochie
these
Daddy
shorts don't even
season.
touch my knees, man.
They don't
Is
even
my
touch my knees.
favorite line of that whole
They don't
song.
even touch my knees.
They don't. Where'd everybody go?
So, North Omaha Cat Lady, I slide into her DMs because I slid into Soup Coola's DMs because of you. So I'm like, all right, let's start asking people to be on the podcast. right?
Also, can we? What's up? What up, Soup?
What up, Soup?
Okay,
Mark it.
sorry.
Mark it. Let me mark it. Mark it, man. We got to send this over to Soup. He'll like it.
What up, Soup?
He'll like it. He watches my Instagram story. I love him.
Yeah.
And he's handsome. So go look at him at Soup Coola. Instagram is how you
Go
can find
look
him.
at Soup
Just go look
Coola
at him. Go listen to his music.
and just be jealous.
So
that
I said,
you don't
hey.
look that way.
Hey, I didn't say anything about numbers yet. I said, hey, I host a daily podcast here in Omaha. I was wondering if you would come on for a segment. It can be done remotely. Also, would it be okay? This is why I'm not airing any of her audio. I said, would it be okay to use clips from your content? I would give full credit, of course, regardless of your answers. I always love your videos. First, pragmatically, she's like, hey, can you send me the podcast? Like, where can I listen to it? As for like sharing some of my clips, she makes money on her own clips. So I understand her
Yeah.
wanting to protect her
For
brand.
sure. Yeah, I get it.
So she's like, I'm hesitant. I'm not really big on that, but I'm not against it.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a room for that to happen, right?
Like,
Which I don't even need to at this point.
it's
so
almost
like,
a 3-part conversation. Like,
Right.
can you be a guest? Also, next 2 points.
Yeah.
Can I use your stuff?
it was like, because I didn't think she would be a guest.
Right.
So I was just going to do like I had done with a couple of other people that I listened to their stuff. Like Danita, who is that woman that's just like super brash and like Southern. And I messaged her. I said, hey, I want to use your clips on my show. Would it be all right? She says, yeah, because,
Yeah.
I want to be nice. If it was radio, I wouldn't even ask. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I would not even ask. If this
Right.
was a radio morning show right now, I'd already have given you like 3 clips from her. But that's not what I want to do.
And
It's
we're
not,
also 12 hours late for
right.
that.
And
so.
right. I just don't want to. Well, you're right. It's fair. It's fair. Oh,
Oh, I didn't mean to.
no, that's not what I
I
wanted.
didn't mean to upset you.
No, hold on. Hold on. Say it again. Hold on. Wait. Let me get.
You're also 12 hours late for that.
I gotta do it again.
What?
The beat is what resets. Wait for the beat
Okay.
and then deliver your line.
Okay.
But deliver it snarky because you didn't give it to me very good that time.
All right.
I wasn't happy with that second
Give me
delivery.
the beep. Yeah, dude, you should totally. You're like 12 hours late for this whole
It's
thing.
too much. Give it to me the way you gave it to me the first
I
time.
don't-
Acting is not the key to acting is not to act.
Dude, I don't know. Okay, all right.
This is I'll give it to you.
It's reacting.
You
Is
said-
actually
right,
what it is.
Right. So you said yeah, you're about 12 hours late for that. It was very off the cuff, just kind of like a dagger.
Yeah, dude, you're about 12 hours late for that.
It's fair.
Just use the first cut. Just use the first cut.
So she says, "Can I listen to the podcast?" But she says, "I do like to always help out local businesses and media people. So let's see what we can work towards. Do you have a theme for your podcast?" All right.
Yeah, where's your buzzer sound on that one?
TBD. TBD on that.
Check out that website though.
That's just Nelson.com. Currently under construction. We'll get to you imprinting on my cat another time. Save that. Maybe a bonus episode. A second cat Cam has now imprinted on. That's not what I want to get into next, though. Oh, history has repeated itself. Only this time I didn't hear about it from the horse's mouth. The horse told other horses, and those horses called me.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm just so... I should have seen it coming. That's next.
You're listening to That's Just Nelson.
Ah, yeah.
What time?
Peanut butter Nelly time. Peanut butter Nelly time.
That's Just Nelson.
Come on,
Yes, Stephanie. Live on Facebook.
let's go.
That's just Nelson on social media, 402-302-1005. Did you see this, Cam? There is a new report that says for the first time in the history of ever,
Oh.
there is a new number one in the world.
Of what? Oh, the drums. Okay.
Millions have been saved in the last 25 years, and they have now become the number one most sought after gender at birth. That would be women. Women are
Women?
number one. For the first
About
time
damn time.
in the history of women, women are that's not a lie.
In the history of women.
In the history of women.
Man, they should pay them more.
Listen, it's like you think about like women and the troubles they had even in the past, right?
Oh yeah.
But like in 1990, there was a report that said across Asia, North Africa, and China, more than 100 million women were essentially missing. They just weren't there.
Oh.
Like based on the birth rates and how humans work, like the probability of women not being there is wrong. You know, like it's a whole.
Yeah, yeah.
They say the decline in sex preference at birth in the past 25 years has saved the equivalent of 7 million girls. Now,
Wow.
I am proud to be a girl dad. In fact, I'm glad I had a girl first. I think it softened me in a way that made me ready for, like, it didn't save my marriage. I didn't figure out how to be a good dude then, but it made me more receptive to wanting to be a better human.
Yeah. But you also messed up because you had a boy too.
I did have a boy,
So-
and he's a great boy, but I had the girl first, so I already had all the benefits of having a girl.
I'm just
And
talking-
everybody wants
I'm
one of
talking
each,
cheese.
don't they? I mean,
Tongue and cheese.
everybody wants one of each. Steve checking in on TikTok. Steve, a new dad. Shout out Steve.
What up, Steve? I just found out. I was doing trivia the other day, and I
Yeah.
found out that New Zealand approved the right to vote for women
Uh-huh.
in 18 1980-ish.
So way before us.
It's like 40 years later, we decided it was a good idea.
I saw somebody talking about things
You know what I
that
mean? Like, oh man, we were really behind the New Zealand, a weird island in the middle of nowhere.
Mhm.
It was like, no, we should give women the right to vote.
Yeah.
And then America, the leading power in the world at that time. Yeah, we should probably do that.
not in 1880.
Not in 1880, no,
What
like
the-
40 years later.
What, ladies?
A
wanna have-
generation later.
you want to let ladies have control? I watched a.
So I'm so glad you bring this up.
I saw an AI video today.
Go women.
I had an AI video today of Ronald Reagan talking about like slam dunking on some little 6-year-old girl.
He's on fire.
Like it was. He goes, I'm not gonna do a Reagan. I'm gonna have a good.
Oh, you should do your Reagan as Jeff Bridges.
I'm not gonna yell this whole thing. No.
Gosh, that'd be so funny.
There's a little girl. No. So he's talking about how he met a little girl. He's met a little girl, and her parents are. He didn't say flaming liberals, but like huge liberals, right? So it looks like Ronald Reagan is saying this, but you know it's AI. And he does this little story about the little girl. She doesn't know who to be. Would she be like? Is this little girl going to be conservative or of a liberal, right?
Yeah.
And the little girl says to Reagan, supposedly, "Why can't we help out homeless people?" And then Reagan says, "Well, you go get a job."
Well, here's a jelly bean.
That's a good Reagan.
Yeah.
I can't do a good Reagan.
It's a whisper. I have to be really close to the microphone and just whisper.
So the AI goes, all right, you go get a job. You come over and mow my lawn. I'll pay you $20 to mow my lawn. Then we'll go down to the homeless shelter and we'll give those people $20. And the little girl says, why don't the homeless people just come and mow the yard? And then the Reagan AI goes, and that's the birth of a conservative.
Yeah, that's good. You also have a good Reagan there.
Really? I did not. I felt like that was
Yeah,
awful.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know you started doing it, and I interrupted you with the whole Jeff Bridges thing, but it's good.
It's all right.
good.
I was scared.
Yeah,
I was scared
yeah.
to do it. I was scared to do it.
It's debuting it.
I
right
say
here on the
all
podcast.
of this. I say all of that, right? All of the, I love being a girl dad and women run the world. Who run the world? Girls, right? I believe women, all that stuff. I just wish that my daughter wasn't so much a woman because women are very perceptive.
Mm.
Women pay attention to things
Yeah,
and women notice things. Okay. Ramona checking in on
they're
TikTok.
the best at noticing things.
Oh,
We'll bring it up
they're
later,
so the best at noticing things.
too. Holy cats!
And you know what? Penelope noticed.
Oh, what did she notice?
Me having sex with Rex.
Yeah.
No!
No.
I don't want her to hear that.
Oh, she
Especially
heard it.
not at 11. Okay, so here's how I find out.
I
Here's-
thought you meant she like noticed you were hanging out with a certain person for a while.
Nope.
And then she maybe would figure out that you guys are.
She
humping,
did crack
right?
the code. Okay, so she did crack the code. I'll go back on
She
that. too.
heard it. That's the. I agree with the boo.
Thank
on
you.
that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
She heard it.
Let me give you the text messages because this
no. Oh,
bitch of a sister of mine, whom I love to death, who I would do
Hey.
anything for.
I love it.
But she knows what she's doing because she just dipped after she laid this down on me. She drove by. She texted me. Hey, just to let you know, your daughter can hear wrong here, Anna, H-E-R-E. Your daughter can. Yeah. Hey, just to let you know, your daughter can hear you when you're having sex. Have a good night. Cry, laughing face emoji. So
is it the tilted cry laughing
yes,
face?
tilted. So that's all out of control.
Oh, out of control.
So I immediately, like, as it goes, zzz, zzz, I get it. I'm on the phone dialing. Please leave your message at the beep. I text her. I go, no, you don't get to casually drop that and not answer. She says, I'll call you in a bit. I'll call you back in a bit. I'm working on something for work. I go, no, you're not. You'll never call me back. I know you. I know you too well. She goes, plus the dogs will bark, which they will. As soon as she says hello on the phone, all of the dogs go nuts. Like for her to answer the phone, she has to talk in soft. She, hold on 1 second. I gotta get into the other room before the dogs see me on the phone. On the
She
phone,
has to
these
do a
dogs
Ronald
freak out.
Reagan voice.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to get out of this
I'm
room
gonna have to get out of here.
very quickly.
Jelly beans.
Jelly beans. And yes, I can just do that since it was casually dropped to me from my daughter, my niece Cheese, who had it casually dropped on her by your daughter this weekend.
Oh,
I
man.
just forgot to tell you. And I should have known. I should have known. Okay. I
so
should
funny.
have known because
I don't know. The room's right across the hall from each
it's
other.
not even that. Like the paper thin
You
walls
should
that we
have
have
known
here.
just because of that.
Well, here's the deal. I know she stays up late anyway, and it's summertime. To back things up, I haven't been dating Rex long enough to have her met the kids, if we're being honest. Like, I'm kind of,
They know each
I-
other.
but I'm saying like,
Yeah.
I'm breaking,
Not in that way.
I'm breaking my own protocol.
Right.
Like I do, you know what I do? It's every other. I've realized it's every other. So with Trig, we waited 6 months before the kids met each other, or she met the kids. Like we had seen each other, but like it was because like one night her daughter was peeking out the window while I was sitting on her back porch drinking a beer, and she went in and asked her daughter, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm sneaking." But I was never formally introduced to her kids, nor did I introduce her to my kids.
Yeah.
Now, what the hell did we give a name to? Did we give a name to last summer?
Not that I know of.
No, then we're not going to. We're not going to. We'll call her Ropes. She liked those ropes.
Oh.
She liked both of them ropes. Let me tell you.
Ew.
Anyway, so Ropes and I,
It works on 7 levels.
I know.
for
Thank
me.
you. Thank
It's
you.
funny.
That's why I did
It's
it.
so good.
That's exactly why I did it. That's
So good.
I'm glad you could pick up on it. Bush, it's ropes, dude. You boys got ropes. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So
She was a man.
no, I got the ropes. She is ropes, but I never mind. Don't get me sidetracked. You get him off topic, man.
Mm.
So Ropes, we introduced the kids early, like 2-3 months in, which was like she had kids, I had kids. It was like, okay, it's fine. Let's do it. Because the worst part about dating in your 40s with kids is that holding period, especially like when you got like 50-50 custody, or in my case, the kids primarily live with me. Now that my ex-mother-in-law has passed on, R.I.P. Barb, I love you so much. But now that my ex-wife is back in town, she was out of town taking care of her mom for a long time.
Yeah.
Now we're getting to the point where we can go week on, week off. Like the kids are with her right now, which is great. Because like I loved being the full-time dad and having them all the time, and in the early parts of this, and when I moved to California, before I had realized I was tanking my whole life, like I liked that I would have been able to just unilaterally decide that the kids were coming with me. You know what I mean? I had full custody from the beginning. It's don't get it twisted. It's just it was what it was. I wanted it. I asked for it. I made a compelling argument.
You got it.
So, but now I've really, when I came back from California, I was really of a mind to set this up anyway, because Trig was week on, week off. And Ropes was living with her ex-husband, or soon to be ex-husband. They weren't even actually officially divorced. So like, that was all.
Oh, that's Ropes. Okay, gotcha.
Ropes. Yes.
I just realizing who Ropes is.
There you go. Now you should know why it works on so many levels. 'Cause she
Also-
liked them ropes. the cherry
Also,
ropes.
so many levels.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
I just added 6 more levels. So,
There's no
Next-
13th floor, though.
right. And I'm not gonna give a name to the most recent one. I don't care. I'm not going to. That one, we were gonna wait the 6 months. She had kids, I had kids, little kids. She had kids younger than me. So her oldest
I
was
would
the
hope
same-
she had kids younger than you.
Well-
Not you're dating
Follow
an
along,
80-year-old
dude.
lady.
Follow along.
Dude, I'm just saying
Follow along.
what you just said.
Follow along.
She had kids younger than me.
My kids are, and I was about to give you the next I was about to give you the next sentence.
Oh, it was a pregnant pause.
She had kids younger than me. My youngest was the age of her oldest.
Sorry. I had to jump in.
Now, Rex, it's only been a couple of months. We originally started like she was just hanging out. We weren't sitting next to each other, or we like had space. We leave space for Jesus. And then one day Penelope just goes, "Are you guys dating?" I go, "Yes." She cracked the code. She cracked the damn code. She's very smart. She's very loving. She's very sweet. And she is connecting with Rex already. Like she's able to talk to her.
Those
and
guys have a great time.
I know. And so I just I see things
See
going
them.
really
It's great.
well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just see things going really well. But don't I always? Don't I always see things going really well?
That's so fair, and I'm so glad you realized that.
I'm just, it's talking about taking a personal inventory, man. So I introduced them too soon, and that's on me. But I'm,
But also, I think you had to, because
Yeah.
we got caught.
yeah,
I was there that day.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So like
you got caught, but I was a part of it.
So, like I said, it's a son of a gun doing the dating thing, especially when you have the kids most of the time, because there's so few opportunities that you have to go out and date, to go meet people, right? Especially if you only have every other weekend. So, what Trig and I did, and to a degree, I think it was what Ropes and I did early on, was they could come over after the kids were asleep. Or like with Trig, when she was week off, sometimes my ex-mother-in-law would come stay with me. I kept her in the divorce.
Nice.
So I had the house. Basically, it boiled down to I had the house. And my ex-wife was moving out. She had her reasons. I wasn't a great husband anyway, so I understand it. I totally unpacked everything that I did wrong in my divorce to try and get ahead of those mistakes in the future, right? So I go to therapy all the time. So shout out Jay Tice. She's my therapist. And she screwed her finger up, so now we don't get a Thursday appointment. I have an appointment tomorrow, which I'm a little sad about because I need my therapy, dude. I need it. You hear it. You hear me. So anyway, you would sneak in, right? Or if I had my ex-mother-in-law, which again, when I moved out, when my ex-wife moved out, I kept the house. That's one of the things I said. I make more money than you. I make considerably more money than you. Oh, how the tables have turned on that one. Let me tell you.
Oh, how the turntables.
The turns have turntable turning.
Yeah.
Because my ex-wife now far outpaces me even before I got fired. Like even at my last radio gig, she's making more money than me. So it's been a downward slope the last couple of gigs in the terms of how much I've been getting paid. Daddy needs to make a turn, a U-turn. That's beside the point. So my ex-mother-in-law would stay with me for like a week at a time. And on those times, then I could go out at night. Barb was happy to allow me to have like a little bit of life.
Yeah.
Okay. So on those nights, and if like Trig didn't have her kids, then, I could go over there and hang out. But I would eventually come home. I'm not spending the night over there. I'm not going to leave Barb hanging, But then on the weeks when she had her kids and I had my kids, 9 o'clock. Because the kids were much younger. When I'm dating Trig, Penelope's, what's this, 21?
7?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
I think.
7.
Yeah, she is
Yeah.
7. Because it'd be 21 and she just
Roman's
turned 11.
like not even born yet.
He's 4.
I don't know how old he is.
He's 4.
I don't know.
He's about to be 5. He's about to be 5 when I started dating Trig.
He's 27 right now.
Right.
So yeah.
So the kids
Math
are
it
little,
out.
and so they have early bedtime. They were in bed by 8:30. So Trig would come over, whatever, and you're hanging out. Maybe you're having a beer on the porch. Maybe you're not. Well, one time, Penelope says to me, she's 7. She's 7. She walks up to me and goes, because she would always say like this, and I know, and yeah, Dad, like in the middle, like she always started like the third sentence in to a conversation.
Yeah. She jumped ahead.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we don't need
yeah.
this is all filler. And she goes, and I know you had a friend over last night. I go, okay, yep.
And then she goes back like, I would like breakfast though.
No,
No, she
I'm telling you, wait. She said, I know, and I know that you had a friend over last night. And I said, immediately my head freezes. I'm like, how, where, when, why, right? We were in my bedroom almost the entire time. How could that have happened? Penelope was quietly asleep in her bedroom, right? She goes, and I heard you jumping on the bed. And that's not fair. Because I don't let her jump on the bed. I always yell at her for jumping on the bed. And I heard you jumping on the bed. Mm-hmm. And what I love
roll over.
What I love is there's going to be a moment. Maybe it's already happened if she can point out this. Here's the thing. I don't know what all she knows or how she described it. So I don't know if she used the words, I heard Dad having sex, right? Because my sister never called me back. So I'm getting a game of text. I'm getting a game of telephone turned into a game of text. Text-to-phone. I just know that something was said to Cheese, and Cheese said something to Mom, and Mom said something to me. And it equates to she heard me.
You got spring noises?
No, I don't.
Where'd everybody go?
I don't have a. That bed is noisy. I don't know what it is about that damn frame, dude. I know what it is about my frame. I'm throwing a lot of meat around. You know what I mean? I'm just like.
I'm so glad you said it, so I don't have to.
And I'm talking about the frame. I'm talking about that.
Yeah. You know, memory foam mattress. Very
I had a memory
quiet,
foam mattress.
Very quiet.
I had a memory foam mattress, and I had a memory foam mattress, and it was a hard mattress, and I broke my ex-wife's rib while we were having sex. I broke her rib. I cracked it. I didn't break the whole rib, but I cracked it.
Holy buckets.
Yeah, the hard bed. The hard bed.
It's a hard bed.
I thought she always blamed that bed. Now I was certain it was her burrito bed. When my ex-wife and I first got together, she was living in an apartment like just up the road from the college that we met at, right? And originally she hated me. I was like, give me some of that, right? And she's like,
I'll attest to that.
she's like, you're gross.
Yeah.
And then I just saw it slowly change. This is one of my favorite like times of life, just to like look back on and see the what do you call it? The roadmap.
Yeah.
Because she was mean to me, she didn't like me, then I was a real Richard to her, right? As you do.
Mhm.
So eventually you were actually dating her best friend.
I was.
I noticed now, I want to go, the moment that I first started dating her, the night I got to smooch her is that night I'm about to tell you about. But before I do that, I want to take you back 2 weeks. I want to take you back 2 weeks to a party at whatever, who was the house like up in the hills? Was that your house? Did you have a house in Council Bluffs you guys were renting?
No, I had an apartment. So
Who rented a house in Council Bluffs?
I don't know, but I'm sure.
There was someone that we regularly hung out. It doesn't matter then.
Yep.
So just so you know, there was someone you and I regularly hung out with that our crew hung out with.
Yeah.
That we ended up in this house because it wasn't in the U and Inner Tube apartment.
Right.
So it wasn't in that apartment.
Different apartment.
Right. This was I know it was a house, and we were at a house party, and all of a sudden, my ex-wife is standing behind me, and she's like scratching my head, and I'm just like, oh,
Out of
my God,
nowhere.
I'm in heaven. Like, I thought she and I were going to get together a couple of months before that at her 21st birthday, but she was still sleeping with what's his name? I don't know. It wasn't Jesse.
That guy.
No, there's a name, and if I heard it, I'd hate it.
Yeah.
God, I hated him because he
I
and
know
I
that
kind
guy.
of looked like each other. So essentially, we just like he was a little bit cuter than me. Jamie. I swear to God, his name was Jamie. It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Totally.
Oh, I hate that guy.
I don't confirm it.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Yeah.
I asked on my ex-wife's 21st birthday, I asked Jesus to make her my wife, and he did. And then I screwed it up.
Oh, nice.
I did. I still have the picture of it's like my thumb up and her drinking a beer on that night, right? That's the first like picture I ever saved.
Is that
of
in
her.
the photo album?
No, but I could show. It's on my Facebook, but it's hidden.
Okay.
Because new girls don't want to see old pictures of your ex-wife or when you were dating her.
Right.
So we go to this house.
New girls don't want to see you happy.
Right, ever.
Yep.
The new. Haven't you seen the trend on TikTok or whatever? That's like, what do you mean you've dated other women? What do you mean you've kissed another woman before?
I'm 40 something.
Right.
There's baggage.
I
with
have
this.
2 kids. What do you mean you were married? How dare you have had sex before me? So
I thought you were a virgin.
So she scratched my head, scratched it. She goes, I remember it like clear as day. She goes, oh, you boys just love your head scratches. I was like, yes, I do. Oh, and I love you. Right?
Oh, is that when you had a full head of hair?
Oh, yeah. I was still, my cowlick was going bald, though. Even then, I was already losing it. At 25, 24, whenever we started dating. So then we get to this. We're about to go to our friend's second wedding of 3. Second of 3. Of 3. I think the third one's going to stick, though. The third one was secret. He didn't tell anybody about it. Just after the fact, you saw pictures of it on Facebook. I was like, what the hell? Why did Russ get to go, but I didn't get to go? Like, I'm at least Russ adjacent. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, man. Thanks for
Ross?
recognizing it.
Mm.
Like, God. Anyway, so we were about to go to his second wedding, Cam and I. And as we're walking out of the little house, you didn't live at a house?
I lived in a house.
It was your house. That's, oh my God, Cam. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm remembering it.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? I go through all of this. Like, didn't we have somebody who had a house? It was at your goddamn house that you scratched my fucking head. You know how many fucking edits I got to make of this now?
It's a duplex.
It's a fucking house. It's an apartment.
With Blow Bomb and Ross and
Yeah,
Naughty
that's what I'm
Mo.
fucking talking about.
The four of us lived together in a place.
Oh
I
my
think Chase
God
was there
in
for a minute.
heaven.
Yeah, no, yeah, I lived in the house.
Oh, you mean the house that you lived in? Got it.
Yeah, in Council Bluffs, right
You
up the street.
motherfucker.
Oh my God.
I cannot believe you. You do this shit on purpose.
So no, you were talking about it, and I just let it go. I didn't think it was a big deal, but as you were telling the story, I didn't want to interrupt you and tell you that I know exactly what house you're talking about.
So they're walking. We're all walking out because we're going to go to our friend's second wedding. We don't know it's his second. We don't know that this wedding is going to turn into a third wedding eventually.
Yeah, so it's like World War I, World War II.
We have hopes for this
right?
wedding because this wedding goes back to somebody that person had
The Great
the hots
War.
for,
Yeah.
like back in high school. So like I thought this was really going to be the one. Don't go back to your high school sweetheart. Okay, just don't. It's not good. It's not a good practice.
Thank you.
It's not worked out for any man I've seen do it.
Why did you?
It's not worked out for any man I've
Not
seen do
tell
it.
me.
Have you ever seen anyone it work out for, Kim? No, you can't say the same either. So you can say the same. So
Yeah. I was like,
you and
give
your
me a heads up, though,
girlfriend,
next time.
you and your girlfriend are smooching. You're smooching. And I say to my ex-wife, "You got one of those for me?" She says, "No, get out of here." I was like, "Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Those lips were mine that night. Those lips were mine that night." And I don't know, why did we even go down this pathway now? You got me so goddamn mad.
I don't know. You're a creep mostly. So
No, what? Be helpful.
you're not a creep.
I
I'm
know
just
that I
kidding.
don't care about the creep. Move on
Oh.
from the creep.
Oh, it was my house.
Penny. No. Why would I tell you about getting together with my ex-wife?
Oh, because you didn't think it was going to happen ever, and then it happened.
You're just riffing now. You're grasping, and
I'm,
I appreciate
really,
it.
I'm trying to recall.
You were just trying to talk your way into what the hell I was talking about.
I was dating her best friend. It's cool. Yeah, whatever.
None of that matters. Why was I
I don't know.
This is the dumbest show that ever existed.
What is this show?
Right, thank you, North Omaha Cat Lady. I don't know. I don't know what this show is.
Big shout out to my mom and aunt,
Oh,
uncle that are watching.
Your mom, Debbie. My mom, Debbie. Your mom used to date a guy named Denny. My dad's name is Dennis, and you have an Uncle Dale, and so do I.
It's so wild.
Sylvania on Twitch says that's a lot to edit.
Yeah, dude, seriously. You said so many F words.
I did.
I can't believe you were that mad about it.
I don't remember the backdoor Sylvania. He used to listen to me on Froggy, and so some of these stories I've told before. So,
Yeah.
What? I
So
can't-
wrap this story.
yeah,
up.
like I don't know how to wrap it up because I don't know how to bring it back to the front. My daughter heard me humping,
Oh, that's what it was.
but I don't know why.
Stop humping so loud.
Yeah, I figured it out. I figured it out.
Get no springs in that.
Now
thing.
we got to go back real quick. Just hold on.
Oh, I thought we were
So I used to
close.
have a memory foam bed, okay? And then I broke my ex-wife's rib while we were having sex in it. When my ex-wife lived at the apartment just up the road from the college, she had a bed. This is so stupid. I couldn't remember this. She had a bed I called the burrito bed. And when one person laid in it, it was fine. And when two people laid in it, the springs would go down, your back would touch the ground.
Oh.
And it would wrap around you like a burrito. And one of the positions that we would use is this is too bad. I don't want to be. Think of making the letter L. Okay?
Ooh.
Think of making an uppercase L. That's what she is doing, making an uppercase L.
As one person?
As she is the person making an uppercase L. She's using her two legs to make an uppercase L. Okay? And I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
took the top part of the L and I pushed it too far. I started leaning a little bit. I was heavy. But she claims it was the hard memory foam mattress. I knew we'd get there. What is this show? A little bit of humping.
Where'd everybody go?
Where did they go? I saw a news report today that now officially labels a burrito as a sandwich. Yeah. We'll get into that and some other strange food debates next.
That's just Nelson.
You know what this show is?
Fuck, that was so stupid.
You know what this? What that I had to? That's
You
what.
know,
I,
just the whole thing was so
Yes.
dumb
You
and
know-
great at the
but
same time.
Do you know what this show is? This is what I would describe this show as. If people said, "What is the show? What's the theme of this show?"
What is happening?
Unfiltered ADHD.
Yeah,
Super concentrated.
totally.
I gotta write this down.
What's that over there?
Huh?
Oh,
There's a yes and for you, motherfuckers.
got you good.
Concentrated.
You looked
I played into your joke.
so dumb sometimes.
You really think that's fucking Oscar goes to? Oscar goes to.
Clip that out. That's a
will.
good fucking clip.
I will. Thank you.
What's this show about? Oh, what's that over there?
Right. I did it again. He almost thought I did it again on accident. Yeah, I did. Call me Tom fucking Cruise.
That totally was my house, though, too.
I was so fucking mad at you.
I can't believe you were so mad.
Because god damn it.
I could have overlooked the whole thing. You didn't have
Not
to
when
be
I
mad.
realized it in real time, not as I'm going back through the memory, because why? Unfiltered ADHD.
You said it, and I was like, "Oh no, that's my house." But I'm not going to interrupt your fucking flow, so I left it out. 'Cause I
All you had
knew
to
it was
say
my
was-
house.
You know what? It was my house. I forgot I lived in a duplex.
I know, but I couldn't. There's no good point because you're in the middle of a story at the time.
Super concentrated,
Oh,
unfiltered ADHD. What is this show?
okay.
Nelson.
That's just Nelson.
Is it though?
It is.
That's so Nelson. Just at that's just Nelson. No. At that's just Nelson. Social media. That's just Nelson.com. Under construction. 402-302-1005 number for the show. And Apple and Spotify is where you can find the edited, the censored version of whatever the hell this show
You
is.
should make up a new first name. Just call it Justin. So that's
Justin.
Justin Nelson.
That's Justin Nelson.
Yeah.
No, I like having one name.
I get it.
I
but
like one of my favorite things in the whole world.
people have asked me, "What's your last name?"
That's it.
ugh.
Right there. Right there's my favorite. My favorite thing that people ask me, because no one asks right away.
No,
It's always
after
like
the fact.
no, it's like 3 years later. There were guys I knew after I graduated from college that I met at the first day of college, and they're like, "Huh?"
You walked together
"Yeah, like
to get diplomas.
what? What's your last name?" I don't have one.
I was just positioned in the middle of the group as N.
I'm
'cause I went by
Nelson.
first name. I'm the only one that went by first name.
That's just Nelson.
Nelson.
Right, just Nelson.
Yeah.
That's what I got. Like Cher or Sting. But I look like Cher got stung. You've heard that joke before, so I know.
No, but that's funny.
You
though.
haven't?
No, that's funny.
Oh my! Damn it.
Yep.
Okay.
Way to ruin it.
All right. Why you haven't gotten the rest of it though? There's one little piece.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's funny to you because you recognize immediately what the two of them would look like, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But so I tell people, what's your name, Nelson? Yeah, it's like Cher or Sting. Only I look like Cher got stung. And if you need to validate that, Google a picture of Chaz Bono. Told you you'd laugh again. Told you you'd laugh again. I told you you hadn't heard the best part.
All right.
He's over here laughing, man. Guy knows what he's talking about. Thank you, yelling Jeff Bridges. A 2006, here's the deal. There have been 2 court cases that have brought tacos and burritos into the light. A taco is not a sandwich, a burrito is. In 2006,
What?
yep, in 2006, Quintana versus Fort Wayne Plan Commission, a judge in Massachusetts held that a burrito was not a sandwich, nor was a taco, because a Panera Bread franchise sought an injunction to prevent a Qdoba franchise from moving into the same shopping center where the Panera was already operating. Panera had a clause in its lease with the shopping center that prevented any other restaurant or bakery from opening, which made 10% of its sales from the sale of sandwiches. That would say then that Qdoba cannot, because they're saying that a burrito is a sandwich. And
Yeah.
Qdoba's whole business model is sandwiches. Qdoba got a judge to agree that it is not a sandwich. And therefore, the Qdoba could open up. But it didn't say what it was. That judge did not say what a burrito was. Just that it is not. Both tacos and burritos are not sandwiches. Now, recently, there was a story where a judge ruled that a burrito is a sandwich.
Thank you, Judge.
And it worked like this.
Was it Judge Judy?
It was not Judge Judy.
It's on
not
daytime
Judge
TV. Judge Joe Mathis said it's a burrito.
There
and it's a
is
sandwich.
I think I copy and pasted something wrong or the story did, because both of them can't be Quintana versus Fort Wayne Plain Commission. Massachusetts was not that court case. This court case is Quintana versus Fort Wayne Plain
Oh,
Commission.
okay.
So a man, Martin Quintana, tried to open a second branch of his restaurant, The Famous Taco. He wanted to open a second location in Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne Planning Commission had a zoning restriction that prohibited fast food establishments from opening in the specific shopping center that they wanted to be in, but had an exception for made-to-order Subway-style sandwiches.
Oh.
The plaintiff originally was told that they could not open The Famous Taco. Now, they sought a zoning adjustment, and they were granted one. But they were all like bent out of shape because they're like, well, we'll do it for you, but we're not necessarily going to do it for anyone else. Well, then it didn't matter because Judge, not Judy,
Not Joe Brown.
Judge Craig J. Bobe in Fort Wayne said that they could open it because it is a sandwich. The judge held that tacos and burritos are Mexican-style sandwiches.
Oh.
The sandwich exception is not solely limited to American-style
It's
sandwiches.
totally racial.
The judge said, how's it racial? It's like,
It's Mexican style sandwich.
Mexican isn't a race.
Is it?
No, it's a nationality.
Okay. That's when
Latino is the race. It didn't say Latino-style sandwiches.
I don't know, but like when Mexico became separate from
Now,
Spain,
maybe it's
you might want to
listen.
check with them.
Here's where it might be racist. Where did tacos and burritos start? Then I would see how it would be racist. Because if
I'm
like
not
if
saying
taco-
you're racist.
No,
I'm not
I
saying
know.
the judge is racist.
I didn't say you were saying I'm
Okay, I'm just trying
I'm
to.
following your same block.
I'm preemptive.
Why are we off here?
I'm
What- I don't-
preemptive. What?
What's going on here?
What? I was
Why are you missing cues for me today?
I'm just preemptive.
But you're missing cues that you don't ever miss. And I don't understand. I
Well,
do.
I got some
You
things
got something
on.
going
I
on.
got some
And it's
things
all
going
right.
on.
I immediately, I'm sorry.
Okay.
As you said it, I realized it.
Hezbollah.
Now, if a taco was founded in Spain, then it is racist to call them Mexican style sandwiches. Or like tacos came from Colombia and then the Mexican people took it, then that would be racist to call them Mexican style sandwiches.
If Christopher Columbus.
And it's
brought-
lightly racist to me that I never even considered any of the other countries to have made tacos and burritos. So you're right. And you're wrong because I am a little bit, I think.
Thank you.
God almighty.
I just wanted to hear you say I'm right one time
You're right.
in the entirety of the world.
You're right.
Man.
God in heaven.
Ah,
Is a hot dog a sandwich or a taco?
it's a sandwich.
It's meat and bread,
Yep.
which is classic sandwich, but it's got the hinge.
Yep.
Got the hinge. Taco is a complete one thing. It's just wrapped. So you're saying that a taco is a sandwich.
Yes.
Does that then make a quesadilla a sandwich?
No.
Why?
It's different.
How is it different? Is a soft shell taco a sandwich?
No. Wait, yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. So now I'm ordering a soft shell taco, no meat, no lettuce, cheese only.
That's a quesadilla.
Is that a sandwich?
No, it's a quesadilla.
But is a quesadilla a sandwich? By your definition,
It's
it
not
is.
a hot dog.
A hot dog is a sandwich. Is what this
Did I-
thing.
did I
You're
say
agreeing
that?
with that, yes?
I am agreeing with that. Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot what I was talking about.
A hot dog is a taco. Hot dog's not a sandwich. You're
But-
saying because it's bread, that's what makes it a sandwich?
But taco's not a thing.
What do you mean taco's not a thing?
Is that the thing? What is it? Sandwich or taco?
Is a hot dog a sandwich or a taco?
Well, then a hot dog's a taco.
But you said a taco is a sandwich.
I know. I'm going back on all the things I said earlier. I'm bad at this. Edit this out.
We're not gonna do that.
Or just just paint me
I
as
do
an
that.
idiot. That's all I'm
Merriam-Webster says
okay.
that a hot dog is a sandwich. So take that for what it's worth. Is a Pop-Tart a ravioli? It's filling sealed between 2 layers of dough.
That's a way better question.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dessert ravioli.
It's totally ravioli.
Right? Yeah.
yeah.
How about this one? Is cereal a soup?
Oh, that's good.
Or is it a stew?
It's a soup.
So with
Because stew implies that you have to warm it up and let it boil for a long time.
because you don't ever have cold stew, huh?
Well, there
I
is
can't-
cold stew,
But is it like specifically meant to be
but,
served cold?
but it has to be like boiled and hang out. And
No, but
then
what I mean is
cool,
like,
right?
is there a dish that you can think of that is stew that is served cold? I can't.
But it has to be warm at one point in time.
I'm just saying, let's take that out.
Okay.
The only way you're supposed to serve this stew is cold. Is there a stew that fits that bill? I don't think so. I can't think of one.
There's one, and I don't know what it's called
Where
right
from?
now. Oh, it's probably
It's
from
international.
like Dutch or
Okay.
something. Yeah,
So I bring that up
from the
because
Dutch land.
because there are several soups that are only supposed to be served cold.
Is borscht cold?
Specific, I don't know. And that's beets, right? Borscht.
Borscht.
I think it's beets, isn't it?
I think so. Like that's the only one I'm kind of.
You think?
coming up
And
with.
is borscht a stew then?
I think borscht is a stew. I think
Okay.
for sure it's a stew.
Okay. Well, like
In
the
my
first,
knowledge base,
the first,
it's just pretty limited today.
the first cold soup I ever heard of was from the original Batman movie, Tim Burton's Batman, Vichy Soir. You remember? Because he had that Vichy
Oh.
Soir, and he ate cold soup.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. The other one, does that then, if cereal is a soup, does that make cereal breakfast gazpacho?
Gazpacho. Thank you. Yes,
But that's
that
a
was
soup.
the thing I was looking for.
But that's a soup.
Yeah.
Gazpacho's not a stew.
yeah, so cereal is breakfast,
Breakfast
gazpacho.
gazpacho.
Agree 100%.
Is
Soup.
is pizza an open-faced sandwich?
Technically, yeah. I
And
think
if
so.
it's not, if pizza's its own thing, does that make shit on a shingle a pizza?
Oh, I love shit on a shingle.
Does that make it a pizza? If pizza isn't an open-faced sandwich, does that mean
Is there a baking thing involved with that?
it's just dough base and toppings?
Right? So maybe
Bread is
the
a dough
baking
with
makes
toppings.
it a different thing.
You can have a baked sandwich though.
Does that make that a pizza?
I don't think so because then you're either talking about 2 pieces of bread or you're talking about a hinge mechanism because I would say a meatball sub is a sandwich.
Oh, I love meatball sub.
I think that pizza just is an open face sandwich.
that
Is a,
could also become a quesadilla if you need it to be.
but is then that a sandwich?
Open face, closed sandwich.
Is waffle a bread or a cake?
Cake.
Legally, this says,
Because it's got a sweetness to it.
legally, it's often classified with pancakes. Emotionally, Belgian.
Emotionally Belgian.
Is a cupcake a frosted muffin, or is a muffin an
Oh.
unfrosted cupcake?
Muffins can be very filling.
Some say the difference is intent. Muffins are breakfast. Cupcakes are a party. Quit imprinting on my cat. Cupcakes are for parties. Same batter though. Muffins and cupcakes can be made from the same stuff. Different. Did you get distracted by the cat? Are you not in on the cupcakes and muffins?
I love cupcakes. I love muffins.
How about I'll leave you on this one before we get to Don't Bury the Lead. Okay? Before we get to Don't Bury the Lead.
Get out of here.
Is a chicken nugget a meatball or a tiny schnitzel? Shaped like a meatball,
Such a great question.
breaded like schnitzel. McDonald's calls it all white meat, but science says define meat. Whose meat? McDonald's.
And white.
Right. Why is it always got to be about color with you?
I like it dark meat.
Yeah, so do I. I'll take.
Juicier.
Don't bear the lead, baby. Black of the berry, sweet of the juice.
You're listening to That's Just Nelson.
I believe the phrase is darker the berry.
Sorry, I fucked that up.
Darker the berry. God, I think it's darker the berry. Black, sweeter,
Darker
blacker
the berry,
juice.
sweeter the juice.
What am I saying, man?
Dark. Mm.
Jordan checked in for a minute there.
Who?
Your friend Jordan.
My friend Jordan?
Yeah, girl Jordan.
She's cool.
Yes, Becca, we are misbehaving. Becca's fun. She works for the state, so she's super smart.
444 something.
Jordan's still here? Yeah, there's Jordan.
What up, Jordan?
Jordan.
Happy late birthday. I know
Jordan.
I saw you on Friday, but
More like Jordash, right? Remember those?
yeah.
Remember
I was a
Jordash?
Z Cavarici
You-
kid.
I was never gonna fit in a Z Cavarici gene. Maybe if you took two pairs.
Sewed them together.
Yeah, like cut them in half.
he had a
and then,
weird
like,
third
yeah,
leg just
yeah,
dangling.
Yeah. Z Cavarici.
You remember Lucky You? Lucky
Don't
shorts?
let me get thin enough to go and get into Ed Hardy because I'll go to fucking Goodwill right now and I will just get myself decked out. What are the jeans? The True Religion jeans. If I get down below 250 pounds, you're going to see me in a pair of True Religion
Oh,
jeans
God.
that day. The day I see 250 pounds on the scale.
You just
True
leave
Religion.
stupid ass fucking rhinestone prints and all couches.
There are plenty of people at the state who are not smart. Trust me. But you're smart, though. You're super smart. Are you ready to bury the lead?
I can't wait.
You better not because you don't bear it. Tricked you.
So glad we do it at the end of the show.
I got you good, you fucker.
Don't bury the lead.
Don't.
What you trying to do? Don't bury the lead. That's just bury the lead. Nelson. What you trying to do? Don't bury the lead.
Once bitten, twice shy on this bet. Last time I had Cam in, I messed the bet. It's a lot of pressure. Wall Street says it's depressed, which is ironic since when is a boardroom full of trillionaires ever depressed? Let's be real. People aren't depressed by rent freezes or grocery stores that gouge you. They're depressed by finance bros that might have to live like, I don't know, real humans. Jeff Bezos sends out wedding invites with clip art butterflies. He's been criticized by the cheap, tacky invites that he sent out to his multi-million-dollar wedding. Nothing says, I'm one of the richest people on earth, like shoving you back into a 1998 PowerPoint. Sure, you could buy Mars, but have you seen the price of a good font these days? Wow. Wow.
I don't get it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm going to cancel this bit. This bit is over.
No. I'm sure somebody thought that was funny.
I'm canceling this bit. I'm canceling this whole show.
The show sucks anyway.
You know what? I know you said that as a joke, but you hit me at the wrong time. Not now.
Not now?
Now it
Okay.
hurts.
I'm sorry. No, yeah. It was really a joke. Just kidding. You really ending the show?
I'm not doing the rest of those.
Dude.
Nope.
Dude.
No. It's all right. I feel stupid now. Don't feel bad.
No, I feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
I will forever.
No, I'll just make sure that I kick you out before Don't Bury the Lead ever again. Never allowed to be back on Don't Bury the
Son
Lead.
of a biscuit.
Apple just made it so your iPhone holds your driver's license. Did you hear this? But heads up, only some states accept it. And cops still say, give me the plastic in certain situations. And in related news, black people everywhere are super excited for a new reason to reach into their pockets during a traffic stop.
Nope.
Wow.
I don't like it either. I don't like that one either.
I even gave you a good joke.
I know. You want me to fake laugh?
That's just Nelson. That's just Nelson. This used to be a radio show presentation.
I'm Penny Nelson. My name is Rowan Nelson. Thank you for listening to the show. Thanks for listening to the show. Have a good day and have an awesome day. I love you too.
Take your pills.
No.
No?
No. Show's
What?
over. Bye.
Shit.
That's it. That's just
so
Nelson.
sorry. I didn't think Charlie was funny.